You want to know something, guys? We've all been scammed. We've been scammed by our government, greedy corporations, media personalities, and real estate companies. I'm coming after everyone today. No one is safe. Wait till you see this information coming up. Short upcoming video clip that I filmed about a month ago showing where interest rates were back in 2021 versus now in 2023 and how much more total loan mortgage interest you have to pay. Talk about a racket, guys. Wait till you see this. I want you guys to take a look at this graphic that somebody put out on social media a couple of weeks ago talking about where your mortgage rate would have been 2 years ago compared to now and how much more interest you're paying and how much more money you're paying overall for your home loan. So let's take a look at the top. In 2021, your interest rate was 2.96% on the 30-year fixed rate. Let's say the loan amount that they have as an example here is about $400,000. The total cost of the loan is $604,000 because you're paying a total amount of interest of $204,000. Not too bad considering interest rates 2 years ago were less than 3%. Now we go down here to the bottom half. 2023, the 30-year fixed rate they have is 7.7%. Now, from that previous segment that I just showed you guys, most people are not anywhere near 7.7. They're well into the 8s. But they're using the 7.7 30-year fixed rate as the example. Same loan amount here, $400,000. Total cost of the loan now, over $1 million. Total interest paid, $627,000. So now because you're at nearly an 8% rate here, you are paying $600,000+ compared to 2 years ago where you're paying about $200,000. So you're now paying triple the amount of interest just because where mortgage rates are, and it's very unfortunate for a lot of people right now. And last but certainly not least on my list is real estate.
How much interest you're going to pay now because the interest rates went up. Total interest paid on a $400,000 home. Okay, $400,000 home here in Denver, you're buying a garage. We're just gonna stay at that $400,000 at a 7.7% 30-year fix. The total interest paid is $627,000. You're paying off of a $400,000 home. That's how much interest you're going to pay on that $400,000 home. So total cost of the loan now jumped to $1,027,529. Compared to 2 years ago, that same loan amount of $400,000, your total cost of the loan would be $604,000. Now it jumped. The total cost in 2023 is $1,027,000. You're paying over $600,000 of interest. Do you see how you got bamboozled? And then you have Americans that have $50,000 to pay, $200,000. They have their whole life savings, their pensions, and their 401. Let me tell you something. Your money is worthless. It's gone. And it's all by design. Like I said, and all the brothers, the prophets, we've been on the rooftops warning the people for years, for decades, and no one listens. But now you're going to see the red dragon, that serpent. He's coming to destroy everybody, not only here in America, but on the four corners of this earth. It's getting real chilly out here. We're gonna finish this tomorrow.
Cost of living has gotten so out of control that retirees worldwide are in massive panic mode. They're liquidating their 401ks at levels in which they've never imagined.
So many Americans facing hardships because of inflation and a shaky economy.
Americans are tapping their retirement savings, pulling money out of their 401ks at an alarming rate.
Inflation is getting out of control. Here's an example. The cost for groceries since 2020 has increased 25%. This is from Bloomberg. Used cars up 35%. Major appliances up 12%. Car insurance up 33%. Curtains 20%. Restaurant food 24%. Electricity, 25%, rent, 20%, water and sewage, 16%. Everything is skyrocketing, yet wages are softening, and in some cases, even decreasing. So what's going to give? It's going to be the quality of living. The quality of living is going to fall in a very, very big way in America. And many people that own homes, retirees that own homes, especially on fixed incomes, are being pushed into a corner. And I believe what's going to happen is we're going to see a flood of home inventory continue to hit this market, but not before we start to see 401ks continue to get depleted to levels in which many people can't comprehend. I'm going to show you what's going on, and I'm going to show you a video that I saw on Twitter that's going pretty viral. 140,000 views in 2 hours of a single mom talking about what she's going through right now that I think is extremely relatable for almost all of us. It's 2 minutes. I'm only going to show you the first, call it minute. So 136,000 views. I mean, this literally just came out. I'm going to refresh it. So let's see how many views this video has now. So this video so far, 148,000. So it gained about 10,000 views in the last minute or so. But look at this.
Cost of living is quadrupled. Just to get groceries has now costed me a second mortgage. Let's be serious. I have 8 people to feed in my house. It's literally between $1,200 to $1,400 a month just to have groceries in my house. So now my credit, that's been great. Pretty much my entire life, because I've always believed if you can't buy it, don't have it. So I've never had credit cards till recently. The last couple of years I've had to get credit cards just to get by certain things, school clothes or certain Christmas. Let's talk about that. Extra added expenses when I'm already struggling. My mortgage gets paid every month, but it's not at the first of the month. It's definitely at the end of the month. And I mean, my bills are getting paid, but I'm falling behind every single day because I have to pick and choose which bills to go behind on so I have groceries in my house.
This is what's happening. And I've been talking about this coming, where people are going to start making decisions on who's going to get paid and who's not going to get paid. Just like this lady's going through right now, tens of millions of Americans are going through a very similar situation. They're saying, you know what, 43.5 million Americans are being obligated to pay their student loans for $503 a month. They don't have that type of means to fulfill the obligation, right? Most people, 230 Americans, don't have $400 in the bank. So how are they going to fulfill? They're not going to. They're going to start making decisions. Who's going to get paid? Food is going to come priority, and then it's going to start going down from there. I think we're going to continue to see defaults on credit cards, on auto loans, on personal loans, on mortgages. Landlords are going to start having a harder time to collect in a lot of situations, especially in the higher end apartments. I think we're going to start to see a lot of change happen in this economy. But look at this. 401k balances are down, and last resort hardships withdrawals are up. And look at what's happening with 401ks. So, a growing number of Americans are making emergency withdrawals from their 401k retirement accounts to cover a financial emergency amid chronically high inflation, according to new data in Bank of America. About 18,040 workers taking part in employer-sponsored 401k plans made a hardship withdrawal during the 3-month period from July to September of 2023. According to Bank of America analysis of client employee benefits programs, which tracks about 4 million accounts, that marks an increase of about 13% from the end of June and 27% from the beginning of the year. Hardship withdrawals allow workers to tap into 401ks for immediate and heavy financial needs. Individuals who make these types of withdrawals owe income tax on the money and could be hit with a 10% early withdrawal fee if they are under the age of 59 and a half. However, the penalty can be waived if workers provide adequate evidence that the money is being used for a qualified hardship, such as medical expense. Someone who takes a hardship withdrawal also cannot pay it back into a 401k, cannot roll the money into another retirement account, and the average is about $5,070. So you start to look at this.
2024, it's going to be the worst housing crash in rural history. All right? Because your fiat money is worthless. Now, the last few days, gold and silver is going up. Gold should really be right now $25,000 an ounce. Silver should be at $3,000 to $5,000 an ounce. Now, you'll have some lowlifes laughing about that. Wall Street. Who controls Wall Street? The Rothschilds. they were very clever. They're serpents on the left-hand side, the most cunning human beings. They created that fiat, that piece of paper like this, paper. In the ancient times, even the times of Egypt, gold and silver was a 1-to-1 ratio. Right? There was no paper money. But those Zionists, the Amalekites that are in Israel, who run the United States, every major city, they run it. They run your politicians, your Congress, your senators. They came with that genius idea to create money. So gold is still right here. Then they put their Federal Reserves right here, and then they smash silver down here. But they manipulated the mind to make that Federal Reserve note. They put federal, people think that the United States government owns the Federal Reserve. The United States does not own the Federal Reserve. It's its own entity, created by the Rothschilds. They put federal because the dumb and dumber, which I call Americans, you're dumb and dumber, people of stupidity, they see Federal Reserve note, oh, it's backed by the government. No, it's a separate entity run by the Rothschild family. You know why they oppress my numbers and my channels? I have more than one channel. I'm shadow banned because they don't want the masses to know the truth. They control the U.S. media. They control the CIA, the Mossad. That's controlled by the Rothschilds. They're tracking every single human being. And the ones that have the true knowledge and wisdom, and I get this knowledge and wisdom from God, all right? The brothers. But they'll take our videos down, we get strikes, they shadow ban us, we're 1 in 100,000 people, maybe 1 in a million can see the video.
3% of all home buyers regret their purchase over the last couple of years.
Buyer's remorse is starting to hit many new homeowners who rushed to let a house during the frenzied market that we all saw during the pandemic.
Why is that? Well, they think they've overpaid for their properties. They did not take into consideration the high cost of insurance and taxes and upkeep compared to rent.
More and more homeowners are abandoning home insurance because of skyrocketing costs.
And so when you're looking at these stats and the facts of what's happening, you have to ask yourself, is it just the everyday middle-class American that's going through this, or is it the rich? Well, I saw a clip of Josh Alton, $1 million listing guy. And he was talking about what his home sellers and home buyers are dealing with, the 10, 20, 30, $50 million properties, what they're going through right now. And what they're going through, and I'll show you the clip, is very similar to what everybody else is going through. They're suffering, they're struggling.
When your fire insurance is double your mortgage payment every month, that's a big issue.
And I think what we're going to walk into very soon is a game of tug of war, trying to hold on to that property, but behind is just pulling them. And before you know it, you're going to start seeing these people fall into the mud. And that's what's about to happen in this housing market. It's going to be unreal. It's going to be worse than 2008, 2009 for many home buyers and home sellers. And it's going to be an incredible opportunity for new investors that want to go out there and take out deals. Because I think what we're going to walk into, it's going to be unreal. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you the facts, show you what's happening.